Hi everyone, it's Sailor Mimzy, and today we're going to be continuing on with December 2016 Part 2, the flip through. So this is the last bit that I have in my Hobonichi, and here we are. Yeah, so we stopped at the 15th last time, and it's now December 16th. As you can tell, there's like a bunch of, I guess, Christmas and holiday themed washi around here. This was from Michael's. I'm pretty sure I talked about it earlier. Yeah, I did. So at the beginning of December, I decorated on that page as well. But yeah, I bought this too. I bought these washi for present wrapping and for Christmas cards. Yeah. Anyways, so we had an extreme cold warning again. We have a few of these over the next couple months. This is obviously from Starbucks Cup. It's the sleeve that I ripped up. So I put the date stamp on there, put the weather here, and then I put a speech bubble there saying Friday. Okay, so on this day we had another doctor's appointment. As you know, maybe as you guys know, I don't know if everybody watches my videos, all of my videos, or in order anyways, but we had to do a third anatomy scan. It's typically only one anatomy scan, but because the baby kept moving around and stuff, we had to do 3. So we did that. Everything went really well. And this is me complaining because it's going down to the -40s. So it's minus 40 degrees Celsius for over the next few days. And took my husband out to lunch at this place that I went to. And I assumed he's never been there, but he actually had been there a while ago. So I thought I was being all cool and stuff, showing him this cool new place. There's a little doodle here of Sadie and I. I was set up for the night in front of the TV watching Netflix, and she randomly came in. She squiggled in behind me, so she was like half balancing on my leg. I was scared she was gonna fall off, and she was trying to get behind me. I don't know, she's so weird but so sweet and cuddly. And then at the bottom here I mentioned that I downloaded finally the Project Life app on my phone, and I want a ton of those Project Life kits. Oh, and this actually is from, we got a Christmas card in the mail, and this was on the envelope. I thought it was really pretty, so I ripped that out. And over here, the main drawing is, we had a family nap. It says here, we mostly did nothing today. And I really look forward to these days, especially lately, just because I get so tired so easily. So I wrote here that my husband was the sleepiest bear in all the land. And there's me, headache, sore, feeling sickly, and of course drooling. And then Sadie, I don't know if you guys could really see, she was sandwiched in between us. That's her favorite spot when she sleeps with us. She goes in between us. If it's just my husband that's napping with her, she wraps herself around his neck like a scarf. It's so cute. She never does that with me. Anyways, yeah, so Sadie's all sleepy and cuddly. And we had a really nice day. My husband was on holidays until the 26th of December, which was Boxing Day. So we had Danishes, and we watched Free State of Jones. I borrowed it from work, and we played video games, and we did some shopping for our Secret Santas. Over here I'm being overly dramatic. So put 2 things changed my life this week. Found a different location of my favorite grocery store, and it's so fancy and so cool, and it's not as busy as the location we go to, and it's near my house too. And the other thing that changed my life was the shoehorn from IKEA, which I've nicknamed fondly the life changer. But anyways, it kind of looks like a snake. I tried drawing it there, but the reason that I got that is because it's been getting harder and harder for me to bend down and put on my boots, like my winter boots and my runners and things, and I didn't know that a shoehorn could actually help so much. It was great. It still is great. I still use it every day. It's awesome. So if you want to take a closer look, here's the doodle. it was Catcher Day, so that's why I have all those cats there. And then the bottom part, it's just some more washi tape. Okay, this day, so obviously it's cold. Oh, the extreme cold warning got cut short, but it's gonna start up again anyways later on. So there's me being relieved. I have a Michael Scott quote here. It says, Abraham Lincoln once said that if you're racist, I will attack you with the North. Let's see, Michael Scott from The Office. And here I'm just talking about TV shows I'm watching. Writing about some things I read about on the Smithsonian website. Did some errands after work with my husband, and Sadie came along in her winter coat. So these stamps obviously are from my favorite set of stamps, the bear set, and I chose the bears that would resemble us the most. So this one's supposed to be my husband. I'm the panda bear, and then Sadie's the little sloth bear. And it's actually kind of funny, like, we found out the gender of our baby, but there were so many people telling us not to. They said to just wait because it's funner that way. I didn't mind, like I could have waited or I could have found out. I really didn't mind either way. But my husband wanted to find out, so I just went with it. But yeah, so many people to this day, they're like, you know the gender of your baby already? It's so weird. Anyways, so on the 19th, yes, he went from like extreme cold warning, and then this day was super nice. I just wore like my autumn jacket that's a lot thinner than my winter jacket. I got a new dress and I really like it. I tried to draw it there. It doesn't look like that. I think it's a lot cuter looking than that. And the library that I used to work at, before I left there, I made him a thank you card and I drew Batman. Like I drew the building that I used to work at and I drew Batman on top, and he has a speech bubble saying thank you. Well, they asked me if they could use it for their Christmas card that they gave out for this year, and I said yeah, of course. So instead of Batman saying thank you, it says Merry Christmas, and they put like they put a Santa hat on him, and they put like Christmas lights up on the building and stuff, and sent it to all the other libraries. So yeah, they did that, and that card came out on this day, and I felt so special. A couple of my coworkers found out that it was me who drew it. Like I didn't put my name on it or anything. But yeah, it was very cool. My husband surprised me with a decaf caramel brulee latte before work, which was super sweet. And yeah, just decoration with washi tape. This is like a bootleg version of Pony Brown. I don't know if you guys know that character. She's super cute. My mom brought back a bunch of tapes from the Philippines back in the day. Why am I saying back in the day? It was just last year. And one of them, I think maybe one or two of them, was this like bootlegged Pony Brown print. Alright, so on this day, I did not draw this part here. This is cut out from the Lindt catalog. I drew this, like the bear and I. We went to the Lindt store and we bought 150 Lindt, like that's those little ball shaped chocolates. We bought 150 of them to put in stockings and to just add to Christmas presents and stuff. And if you want to test your relationship, you can always go to the Lindt store and put together 150 pieces in a box, because we had to like keep count of what we had, and it was just so, like, we didn't fight or anything, but it was getting frustrating, but we survived it. Oh my gosh, I just noticed I dated this totally wrong. Well, I didn't date it wrong. I put Thursday here, but it's supposed to be Tuesday. I just noticed. Anyways, it's another really nice day out, so I was able to wear my other fall jacket, which is this bright yellow thing. We did some more Christmas shopping, and for dinner we stopped in at a diner, and it's the same diner that we went to before on a Tuesday, where they have the food for super cheap at a certain time. So as soon as we walked into the diner, my husband noticed a guy with 2 burgers and fries on his plate, and my husband saw that. He leaned into me and he said that he was going to do the same thing, and he did. They're like tiny burgers though, so it wasn't too crazy. So the next day, Wednesday, what happened here? I was really tired, went to bed early. Oh, So this is a very, like it's very unorganized looking, like mini comic strip. So my husband was doing laundry late that night, and I was extremely tired. I said, wake me up in 20 minutes. I just need 20 minutes. Who knows how many hours go by. I wake up and I'm like, what year is it? And Sadie's snoozing with me. And I go to my husband. I'm like kind of annoyed. And I'm like, why didn't you wake me up? It was like hours and hours later. And he was like, I wanted you to sleep. Which is super sweet. But at the same time, I felt like I wasted a lot of time. And like what threw me off was, because it's winter time, the sun sets earlier. So when I went to bed, the sun was up. And when I woke up hours later, it was like pitch black outside. So that threw me off even more. Alright, so just some decorations here. This is from one of my pen pals and friends, Anastasia, sent me some Christmas themed stickers. So that's where this is from. It's really cool. It's like a cardstock type material. And this is a cutout from my box of tea, one of my favorites right now. Underneath, I kind of write about how I went into meltdown mode at the mall. I noticed that while I'm pregnant, I actually get frazzled and frustrated a lot faster. Like 100% faster than I usually do. Ooh, it's getting closer to Christmas. So on this day we went shopping again. As you can tell, we shopped last minute. And every year we tell ourselves we're not doing it. We're not going to go shopping last minute, but we do. So we went to a store that had a bunch of these flyers, just like the one sheet kind of flyers that showcases special or whatever. And they had like this illustration is from it. I thought it was really cute, the nutcrackers. So I grabbed one just to stick in my journal. So yeah, we went and bought stuff I bought stuff for my godson and his sister. And some things for my husband's stocking it's at Winners. In the States, it's similar to TJ Maxx. No, not similar to TJ Maxx, but they're part of the same company. TJ Maxx and Marshalls. And before I went to go pay for my things, this really cute older woman was having a dilemma picking which paper plates to buy, and she asked me for my opinion. And she chose the cutest ones, and I was already having a hard time picking from them. But in the end, I helped her decide. And also, super special package came in the mail. My friend Ness sent a huge box, super cute box. It was full of baby clothes. My husband and I were just speechless and so wowed. It's just amazing. Super sweet. And what made it even better was she told me later on that she and her family picked the clothes out. So that makes it even extra specialer. My grammar. Alright, so yeah. So I tried doing doodles of a couple of things that she sent. 23rd. This is from that Lindt catalog that I got from when we went to that store, the Lindt store. Still not done Christmas shopping, but my husband ever so kindly took me to the mall after I got off work. And it was a great success. I didn't find him a present, but it was my fault. We usually buy each other something small for Christmas. So I ended up ordering something for him online. And this whole time, like every time we go to the mall, especially during the holidays, it's crazy, right? So I always get stressed out, and even more so now that I'm pregnant, I just have very little patience. But my husband was like cool as a cucumber all the time. He doesn't get stressed and overwhelmed like I do. So very, very lucky to have him. Oh, maybe he wasn't stressed because earlier that day, he went to the float spa. So one of the things I gave him for our anniversary present from the month before was a birth certificate. Oh my gosh, gift certificate to this float spa in the city. So he went for his first float session and he loved it. I haven't gone yet. I want to. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm just gonna wait until after the baby is born to go. But even before I even got pregnant, I was still kind of nervous to go for a float. Okay, so it's Christmas Eve on here. This is a tag from my sister. Made some Christmas tags. This one was Sadie's. That's why there's an S on there. And we had Christmas at my aunt's house again. We did our Secret Santa, annual Secret Santa. It was so much fun. My aunt had more games this year planned that we have never played before. It was a lot of fun. I don't think I won anything. I think my brother won and my aunt's boyfriend won. But yeah, I showed a bunch of games. They were so much fun. I didn't get to participate in all of them because it was kind of awkward. Physically awkward for me to do. So just, of course, washi decoration here. And then more of those cardstock type Christmas stickers there. And in this drawing, I have chopsticks in between my teeth. And I have chopsticks on my mouth, using my teeth and my tongue to control it. And in between the chopsticks, there's a marshmallow. And the object of that game was to pick up a marshmallow on one side of the room with chopsticks only, and carry it over to the other side of the room without dropping it, and then stacking up 3 marshmallows. I failed that miserably. A lot of other people did too though. So the next day was the 25th. There was a snowstorm coming that evening, and we were planning to go to my sister-in-law's for dinner like we do every year for Christmas. And we were kind of nervous that we were going to get stranded there because of this crazy snowstorm that was coming. In the end it worked out though. So we slept in because we were at my aunt's pretty late the night before, and we ended up having a nap as well on the couch, and I slept in this stupid awkward sideways position, and I had my neck turned back like that. Stupidest position ever to sleep in. I couldn't even move properly afterwards. It took me a while to like learn how to use my neck and shoulders and arms again. It was horrible. But you can't really see it. Sadie's tucked in there beside my husband, and that one of the arms on the couch. So yeah, here I'm talking about how we luckily had a safe drive home we just missed the snowstorm. Like by the time we turned onto our street, the snow was coming down really hard. You could barely see. But yes, we had dinner at my sister-in-law's. One of my nephews was extremely sick that day, and I kept telling him to stay away from me. I don't want cooties. Because like he didn't know that I guess pregnant women can get sick faster. So I felt bad telling him to stay away from me, but I just really didn't want to get sick. One of the Christmas presents that I gave Sadie was this. It's like a squeaker, but it looks like a mouth, so when she's holding it a certain way, it looks like she's smiling with big red lips. Oh yeah, we did our little gift exchange on this day, like our little family gift exchange before going to my sister-in-law's. And then, later that night before I went to bed, I was having a little snack, and I was using a tiny fork. Well, it's not a tiny fork, I guess. It was like a children's size fork that I had for some reason, and I ended up breaking it right in half, and that bummed me out. It was part of a set, so now I'm missing the fork. Let's see, so 26. I rented Finding Dory from work. And yes, of course, I bawled my eyes out, which is why I avoided watching it in theaters. I knew I was going to cry. My favorite character is probably Bailey the Beluga. We laughed so hard at that. Yeah, I can't draw Pixar. Cannot draw Pixar characters. I can't do it. It's so difficult. Yeah, because of the snow and the crappy road conditions, my husband ended up staying home. He was supposed to go to the gym, and we were supposed to go to his parents for dinner, but that didn't happen. We stayed in instead. Yeah, it snowed at least 2 feet. 2 feet worth of snow overnight. It was way too much at once. So my husband shoveled a really quick path so that Sadie can use the washroom outside, and like there were certain parts of the yard where you couldn't see her, so I tried drawing her how our backyard looked. And the 27th, it's a lot of writing here. I had a bad sleep. I tried to draw it here. My joints were really sore, so that's like a hot water bottle trying to help with the pain. Didn't really work. I didn't have work this day, but I was going out to do errands and go shopping with my sister. And before my husband went to work early that morning, he shoveled me a path so that I could exit the yard, which is very thoughtful of him. I had my first bad experience with sushi. So obviously I'm not eating any raw fish, which is like the best kind of sushi you can have. So I've just been sticking with cooked fish and vegetable rolls. And it's just so boring, and it's making me not like sushi, so I haven't been having much sushi lately. I'll wait until after the baby's born. And I just drew some of the things that I bought that day. Just refilled on my makeup. Yeah, traffic was crazy, I guess, because everybody stayed in during the snowstorm. And everyone decided to come out on the 27th to do shopping and stuff. 28th. So this is a cutout from a calendar. And this is the day that we actually found out that we were having a baby girl. So I made it look like this guy was coming over a mountain and announcing, "It's a girl." And there's me, very happy, and husband in his bare form, excited. We both had a feeling that she was going to be a girl. Everyone was saying boy, but we just had this really strong feeling it was going to be a girl. Either way, we would have been happy. And I tried to paint the word Wednesday, but I usually forget that I have wet paint, so my wrist messed that all up. And I just kept a piece of chopstick instruction here because it was kind of funny. So it says, hold first chopstick in original position, move the second one up and down, now you can pick up anything. There's no punctuation or anything at all, that's just one long sentence. And now you can pick up anything. That's like the best line. So yeah, I definitely wrote more about this day in my written journal. So just some writing here, and under this card, I ended up finally telling some of my coworkers that I was pregnant. I was hoping that I could just like get away with telling a couple of people and then it would spread from there. But a lot of them were keeping it quiet too, because I guess because they thought that I was keeping it a secret for so long that they're supposed to keep it a secret too. But anyways, pretty much everyone at my work knows that I'm pregnant now. In my department, I think it's definitely over 30 altogether. But yeah, so anyway, so pretty much everyone knows now, but back then it was fun telling them. Like everyone had like different, everyone had a different reaction, so it was really exciting and it was just really sweet. People are so sweet. Yeah, so this day I just worked. This I drew from that vintage Japanese stationery that I found at the thrift store. It's supposed to be a samurai doll. Well, the description of it on the stationery said samurai doll at Boys Festival. So I started drawing it and matching up the colors. I know the washi here looks like a big hot mess, and that's because I used, like these ones here are washis that I haven't used in a while, and I just wanted to use them again. They don't match at all, I know. And so Friday we went to go see Rogue One. Well, I got to watch 3/4 of it because partway through the movie my legs just felt so restless and I was extremely uncomfortable. I had to get up and leave and walk around. So luckily the movie theater was connected to a shopping mall. So I went out and I walked around for half an hour, went to the bookstore, looked around, and then finally made my way back to the theater. I didn't miss any of the good parts, my husband said, but yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I didn't want to leave, but at the same time I didn't want to be sitting there moving around because I didn't want to ruin my husband's experience watching. So anyways, I did a drawing here of K2SO, that super cool robot. I didn't think I'd ever say that. I'm so against robots. But anyways, he was like one of the best characters. And then here I drew Jin Urso. She turned out okay. Oh, and I did work earlier this day, but it was a really short shift that I just picked up. And then that night we tried this new restaurant, well, new to us, just to try the tacos. And then New Year's Eve. Oh, yeah, so at the end of Rogue One, oh man, okay, I don't want to spoiler it for people who haven't seen it. How do I go about doing this? Anyways, we'll just say that at the end of Rogue One, I cried so hard. I bawled like ugly face, ugly crying, bawling. And like the lights weren't even on in the theater yet, but I was hiding my face still because I was just so embarrassed. Anyways, I'm not going to tell you why I cried because I don't want to like ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. But yeah, it was just so catch you off guard and punch you right in the feels. Anyway, so there's lots of writing here because what did we do? Oh. So Sadie wore this dress. We went to my parents for New Year's just for a bit. Yeah, so Sadie wore this dress. I found it at Michael's. few months ago. It was for Halloween. I bought it the day of Halloween, no, the day after Halloween. And it was 70% off, so I think it was only $3 or something. But it's supposed to be a snow princess costume. So it kind of like reminded me of Elsa from Frozen, even though I've never seen the movie. But it was very sparkly blue gown. And it fit her so nicely. So that's what she wore for New Year's Eve at my parents' house. Glitter everywhere. So my husband and I were both covered in glitter. There was just glitter everywhere she went. So I don't think she's going to be wearing that anymore. Anyways, we went to go drop off some presents at my friend's house. Shared the news with her and her husband that we're expecting a baby. We also, we visited some other people to drop off presents and spread more baby news. So it was really nice. This is my fast doodle of Princess Leia, looking very disgruntled. I didn't do that intentionally, it just turned out that way. We ended up doing a gender reveal at my parents' house. So my husband actually bought a cake from a bakery, and the inside they made pink, and on the outside it was just white, and then it said, well, I'm not going to say what it said because, yeah. Anyways, so top of the cake said something, and there was no way they could have guessed it was a girl with what was written on the top. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, so my mom and dad cut into the cake and they saw the inside was pink and it was a girl. And everyone was screaming out of excitement, not like they were angry or anything, but yeah, it was just Christmas was very good this year. Like the holidays were very good. Not this year, obviously. Last year, technically. It was really nice. So yeah, again, a lot of writing. I tried to even it out with the drawings and stuff, just because with this journaling, obviously my goal was to draw more and use more of my stickers and tapes and things. Sometimes I have to remind myself that because I just get carried away with writing. Alright, so this is the last day of 2016. Oh, and then just continuing on, this was added in some extra things in the back here. I'm pretty sure I showed this in my previous video. I'm pretty sure I did. I hope I did. And that's it. And then there's just some extra, couple of graph papers here that Hobonichi includes. And these papers that I don't really fill out because I can't understand what it says. So yeah, that brings us to the end of my Hobonichi. I don't remember if I mentioned it in my previous flip through, but I do miss using the Hobonichi sometimes. But I'm still pretty happy in the Traveler Style notebook that I bought from Goulet. It works. And also it gives me the freedom to swap notebooks and stuff. Try out different ones throughout the year. So maybe next year I'll go back to Hobonichi. Not for sure though. Alright, so 2016 has now been all flipped through. I have January and February. February's not done yet, but almost. But yeah, I have those months to do still. Yeah, I'll be filming those ones soon. And hopefully I get back to my regular uploading schedule, like, one video a week. Just because everything's just been so busy and crazy the past little while. So we're just trying to keep up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, just leave a comment in the comment section below. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.